All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a couple of real people out there just like you and just like me. Before I get going on the video, here is Perfect Plan. Time for a Miracle, baby. Just a great album. One of my favorite melodic rock bands on the scene right now, and a real rock band. For those of you here in the States who say everything from Sweden is a project band, it's not a real band. No, they go out on tour with other bands. They go to festivals. And anyway, if you like the music of Giant or Foreigner or Survivor or Loverboy, you might enjoy some Perfect Plan. Speaking of Loverboy, they are going to be honored. Not here in the United States. Nope. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Not even close. I don't even think Loverboy, who typically got like 1.5 stars or something, 2 stars from Rolling Stone for, their whole, whatever album you think is the best album by Loverboy, most people think it's Get Lucky, but whether it's the first album or the second album, I think the best they could get from those rock publications were like 2.5 stars. Loverboy, a band that is loaded up with cliches, and they just sing the same stupid songs about girls in cars and working for the weekend and jumping around and so forth, and it's just ridiculous. We need to get back to serious music because that's what people like, even though Loverboy sold millions of albums and they are firmly ensconced inside of the Canadian Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're not here, though, in the U.S. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Canada is honoring them again, and a bunch of other unheralded Canadian bands that should be recognized here in the States. However, I think Loverboy is one of those bands that could be in the American Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But then again, is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame about rock and roll? Or as Dee Snider said the other day, maybe they should have called it the Music Hall of Fame. Would have been a little bit more inclusive if they had done that. However, that would decrease even more the chances that Loverboy would be honored. So yeah, they're going to be on Canada's Walk of Fame. And that happens on September 28th at Massey Hall in Toronto. Other artists being included. 3 names that you're going to love here. Glass Tiger, Don't Forget About Me, or Don't Forget Me When I'm Gone. Chilliwack, their big hit song, My Girl Gone, Gone, Gone. That's a really great band, by the way. They kind of skirt the yacht rock, adult contemporary scene with more edgy, new wave sounding stuff. They were a really good band. And then my favorite, really, April Wine, who I technically like even more than Loverboy. Just between you and me, the problem with April Wine is they didn't probably make as many records in the 80s as some other artists, but really they were on a run for about 3 or 4 albums, and they were getting airplay on rock stations. But after that, I think they started to fizzle out, and programmers were not giving them the time of day. I can tell you that. Probably in the late 80s, early 90s, they were still making music. But Nature of the Beast, from start to finish, one of my all-time favorite albums by April Wine. Anyway, they go on to say here, these trailblazing musicians have an extraordinary impact, or they've had one, on our Canadian rock landscape, according to Jeffrey Latimer, CEO of Canada's Walk of Fame. Their longevity, many of whom still tour and sell out venues, is inspiring, and we are proud to welcome them each to Canada's Walk of Fame. While best known for their 1981 track Working for the Weekend, Loverboy had big hits in the U.S. with Turn Me Loose, Hot Girls in Love, Heaven in Your Eyes, and a few more, they say here, a few more. They were inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame in 2009. Loverboy is currently on tour opening for, guess who? Foreigner on their final tour. So you can go see Loverboy and Foreigner Huh. The Trek hits Nashville on July 11th. A complete list of dates can be found at loverboyband.com. And I think you can also see those dates over on the Foreigner website, which I think is foreigneronline.com. So, yeah, Loverboy, the Walk of Fame in Canada, nothing from the U.S., even though United States radio stations back in the day used to play Loverboy a lot. In fact, at 5 o'clock on Friday, if you were a cool radio station here in the U.S., you played Working for the Weekend. That was your signal. You were on the road, in the car, window down, and you were cranking up Working for the Weekend. Even if you weren't working for the weekend, it was still really cool. I don't know why that became such a big tradition. I'm sure some smart DJ somewhere said, 5 o'clock, that's our song. And if you know of one of those radio stations, if they're still doing it somewhere, probably up in Canada they're doing it, but not here in the United States. It's kind of sad because it's really cool. Again, Perfect Plan, they're really cool. Are they as good as Loverboy? I don't know. People need to listen to find out. And there goes I just knocked over a can of soda. So, hey, it's cool. It's all live television here, folks. Thanks. It's not live, it's recorded. But you get to hear it all. And I've done like multiple takes of this one, so it's in the can. See what I'm saying here? It's it's on the floor. If you've stayed this long and you're still putting up with this, thank you. God bless you. And keep watching. I'll see you soon.